Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new review of a new unit that I like and why to use it. So this time I want to talk about the Liberators. Liberators are one of the battle line units that we have on the Stromcast Eternals, and they can use in any other army. So I really like to use them on my Stromcast Eternals army. And here we have the reasons why. So Liberators are costing 100 points. They have movement 5, 2 wounds, bravery 6, and 4+ saves. So they are quite durable with 2 wounds, and with 100 points you have in total 10 wounds. They can be equipped with Warhammer or Warblade, and both statistically are the same. So one you have is 4 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, and the other one is 3 plus to hit, 4 plus to wound. Normally I use the hammers because it's the miniatures that I have, but in principle there is not an important difference between the two of them. The probabilities to make a wound are the same for both, unless of course you start having +1 to hit or something like that. That can a little bit change, but not too much. So I will say that both weapons are more or less equivalent. Then one in every 5 can take one of the special weapons. You can take the Grand Hammer or the Grand Blade, and again both weapons are more or less the same. So you have 4 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, or 3 plus to hit, 4 plus to wound, and they have rem -1 and 2 damage. So this is just to make some extra damage. We can put any of the two. I'm not using them, not because it's not good, just because I don't have the miniatures. We also can have a Liberator Prime, is a must to have. It will add 1 attack. You see that all of them have 2 attacks. And then you have another option. So, or they can go with paired weapons. So you can go with 2 blades, war blades, or with 2 warhammers. In that case, you reroll to hit of 1s with the model, or you can go with the Sigmary shields and then you reroll the hit to save. And I will say, as I'm using them, I prefer to have the reroll of 1s on the save. Reason is, I don't use the Liberators as attacking unit. For me, Liberator is a contention unit, is a defensive unit. Is the unit that you want to use to screen some of your elite units or to screen some of your shooting units. Normally they go in front of my Judicators. In that way I screen the Judicators, and the enemy have to first kill the Liberators before reaching the Judicators. If you put them in a terrain, they go easily to 3+. If you combine them with the Castell, and you can even reach this 2+, that is going to be quite a pain for a lot of enemy units to break. And on top you are rerolling 1s. So if you really need defensive, to be defensive with them, you can put the Castell and you put them on terrain. They will go on 2+ rerolling 1s. If the enemy have ran, of course, they will go worse, but I think it's really a good deal. I just have to say these Liberators were able to hold in position how it's called is a Soul Grinder from the Chaos and other important units. But even though they can be very defensive and they have good defense abilities, you have to be careful with the mortal wounds. So mortal wounds can kill them pretty easy. At the end you only have 10 wounds. That happens to me when I had to face Retributors and they had 4 soul mazes on Star Soul mazes on the unit. They were dishing 4d3 mortal wounds. This is too much even for the Liberators. So it's a cheap, have a good defense. Don't expect that they will kill a lot. So it's a unit to hold in position enemy units, to protect a flank, to protect your front, to screen, but it's not a unit to kill. So they will most likely survive for a while until the reinforcements arrive. The reinforcements for these units have to be something like Retributors, Concussors, or any really elite unit that have a good capacity in close combat. Other option is they screen the Judicators, you hold the enemy unit in position and the Judicators add the shooting to the unit that is in combat with the Liberators. In that case, the Liberators will have this extra punch from the Judicators that will help in the grinding war. So, as I say, for me, it's a defensive unit. It's a unit that you just put there to screen, to block enemy from moving, try to protect some more valuable assets, and at the end is only 100 points for something that can be quite durable. If you need them really to survive, you can combine them with the Castellan, and if you're playing a mixture of Order, you can combine them with the Sorcerer of the Order and use the Mystic Shield. Of course, you also can use them with the new ability, with the new command trait that gives +1 to save if you don't move that turn. So all these options work very well with the Liberators, and of course the terrain. If you need to protect an objective on an important point of terrain, they are ideal to do this work, because at the end you are not investing too many points and they can do the job quite well. They can resist there, and as I said, 4+ rolling ones can go very easily to 3+ in Age of Sigmar. I forgot to say, I always use units of 5. I was wondering if units of 10 make sense, but I have the feeling that you have much more flexibility using units of 5 for 100 points. A unit of 10 should not be a bad deal. With 2 of these Glang Hammers, they will have some extra punch, but then you are investing 200 punch on the unit. And that's all what I wanted to share here. Liberators are really a unit that is always there on my armies. I think it's always going to be present. It works like, I would say, Shaft, a screening unit, redirecting, or just to protect your Judicators or some valuable assets. So they are the ones that will absorb the charge of the enemy, and then they will wait for the elite units or something that have more punch to eliminate the unit that have been stuck by the Liberators. That's all for now. Please leave in the comments below what do you think about the Liberators, and if you play Stromcast Eternals, if you like, if you use them or not. And if you play against the Stromcast Eternals, let me know what do you think about the Liberators. Is something that you ignore, or it's something that sometimes is creating you a little bit of headache. That's all for now. I hope you have liked this video. Please leave in the comments below what do you think. Give a like if you have liked it. Subscribe if you don't subscribe it and you want to see more reviews of units. And soon I hope to put more battle reports. That's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you in later. Bye.